Hi folks, I talked last week or the week before, losing track of days, but I talked recently about restrictions and freedoms with your dog. So in this video I'm going to talk about how we kindly and fairly set those restrictions. So I don't want to say impose, okay, because that sets the wrong tone, but sets those restrictions for our dogs, okay. And then in the next video I'll talk about how we put those freedoms in place. As I said before, all societies, whether a society of just you and your dog, there are restrictions and freedoms within that, okay. So how do we fairly and kindly put those, set those restrictions and boundaries for our dogs, okay. So one example could be good use of a lead, okay. So if we've got our dog on a harness or on a big broad flat collar, we can put those restrictions in place by keeping our body secure, okay. So if I walk in a straight line, okay, keep my arms relaxed and hold the dog fairly, so I'm not pulling back on the dog moves out towards the end of the lead, and in doing so moves towards the end of the lead, and then they reach the end of the lead, okay. Now if they want to move to the left and I continue on the straight line that I'm walking on, I've now imposed, or set a restriction. I wasn't going to use that word. I've set a restriction for the dog by basically saying you can only go out that far on the end of the lead, okay. So that would be, I would say that's fair.
Ring.
And I'm going to
Ring.
Right, so I would say that's setting a restriction, okay. So you've said to the dog that's as far as you can go, all right. If your dog wants to play ball with you, so Logan will come up with me in the evening and he will bring his ball or his toy up, and what he is saying is, can you play with me, okay. How do I end that? So I don't want to play with him all night, because it's not good for him, okay, and two, I might have other things to do, so I might want to watch television or read or go to bed, okay. And if it's time for him to party, I have to then say to him, we're done, okay. So by being fair to him, I then cue that by saying, all done son, okay. And then I can then give him something else to do. I can ask him to go lie in his bed, put his blanket over him, okay. So what I've said there is, I have been fair with you by playing with you, okay. And now I've set the boundary by saying, now I'm finished, okay. And as long as I apply that fairly, so I can't say we're done, okay, and then 30 seconds later give in to him persevering by bringing a toy, okay, because then that's arbitrary, okay. The rule's arbitrary. Sometimes it's imposed and sometimes it's not, and then he is potentially left confused, okay. If we're moving towards the front door and I don't want my dog running out the front door, train him to wait while the door is closed, okay. Train him to wait while the door is open, and then train him to walk through the door with you, okay. So that's one way to do it, or I could hold him on the lead and open the door and walk through with him, okay. So those are a number of things that we can put in place to set rules for our dogs that make it easy for them to navigate their lives with us, okay. And as long as it's consistent, then it's fair, okay. So even I think I said in my last video, in my previous job I had a supervisor who came in, and we'd had it probably too good for too long, and he came in and changed everything. But he changed everything and told us he was changing everything, and he told us what the new rules were. Now nobody was happy about it, because it was different from the freestyling that we'd done before, but at least he was fair, okay. And some of the younger members of the team came up and they were kind of bumping their gums about it, and I said, he has been fair, okay. He told us that that's what he's going to do, and as long as he's then fair with his application of those restrictions, we can now work within that new regime, okay. So just some thoughts for you there, okay. And the purpose of all these videos is hopefully just to get you thinking about how do I live my life with my dog, and not these are not recipes, they're just ideas, so that planting the seeds, you now go, okay, right, where can I take that? How can I apply that with my own life with my dog, okay. So love and peace to you all, and I'll catch you on the next video, hopefully. If you are watching this on YouTube, please subscribe, If you are if you know somebody that would benefit from this, can you tag them or can you share it please? Okay, we can try and get the word out. Okay, thanks very much for watching, guys.